Welcome back to my playthrough of the LOTY 2024 on contest levels, and we move on to the new Lemmings entries. And yeah, I'm just going to be doing as I have been doing for the last several years, which is I'm just going to be covering each of these levels and showing off my solutions. And if I'm curious, I will also be showing off the intended solution by the author. And yeah, in case you're not aware of what the LOTY contest is, yeah, it stands for Level of the Year. And this contest works a bit differently from the LDC, level design contests, in that you don't make new levels for this contest, but rather you nominate levels that you like that were made last year. So that's why it's called LOTY 2024. And yeah, after the we had a nomination phase, yeah, we're now currently in the LOTY 2024 playing phase, which is where we play the levels in order to like refresh our memory as to what the levels are like. And yeah, it's actually a few days before the playing phase closes. But yeah, as I've been doing for the last several years, I just wanted to get some videos out for LOTY. And so yeah, I'm just going to be doing exactly what I've been doing. In that, yeah, I'm just going to be covering one rank per video for LOTY 2024. And there are 9 authors this time, I believe. But I believe there are 10 ranks total, so so it will pretty much be yeah, 10 videos, yeah, for the Neo Lemmings entries, yeah, plus that one video that I already did for the Licks entries, so 11 videos total for the video series for LOTY 2024. And yeah, once the playing phase closes, yeah, we move on to the voting phase, which is where we just vote for what we think is the best level for 2024 in the Neo Lemmings community, or rather the Lemmings community, since we have Licks entries this year as well. And so yeah, definitely best of luck to everyone, yeah, whose levels got nominated this year, including myself, I guess, because I do have some levels that were nominated, which I will be covering at some point later on, yeah, when we get to that rank. But yeah, just wanted to get some videos out for LOTY 2024 before the playing phase closes. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. And we start with 92 Dexter 11, the 92 Dexter 11 rank. Yeah, which are lows by Dexter. Yeah, so we are starting off with 92 Dexter 11-1, Bombing Run Redux. And there's a silver talisman here. Complete using no more than 1 climber, 1 glider, and 4 cloners. So yes, this is a level that comes from his Lemmings Faithful pack, which was a pack that was released last year in order to showcase some new tile sets that Dexter made. Yeah, and this is one of them. This is Dexter's Palace tile set. Yeah, and all of his new, or rather, all of his tile sets are amazing. Yeah, they're just really great to look at and everything. Let me go ahead and find a replay for this. Yeah, and this one, I'm just going to first show off my solution, and then later on, I will show off Dexter's solution. And this one should achieve the talisman here. So yeah, first one that turns back to the left, I go ahead and make him a climber. Yeah, these are updrafts. So it will push the glider upwards, and yeah, I've assigned him a glider. And he will land right where... Oh. So around here, I go ahead and clone the glider. And the same thing when we... Oh no, for this one? Yeah, for that one. Then I clone, and then here I also clone the glider as well. Yeah, here just clone it at the right time so that we can bomb and release the blockers from above. So we do the exact same thing, yeah, for the other blockers as well. So it is a bit precise, but it can be done, yeah. And especially since you have frame stepping in Neo Lemmings as well, in order to help you aim the bombers. And yeah, and then we're just gonna have to go ahead and bomb in order to make a nice ramp, yeah, for the others to come back up to the left. Yeah, and then max out the release right here. Oh, wait, who was the disarmor here? Oh, this is the disarmor. This should be the disarmor. Yes, okay. So let me go ahead and skip back to where we were before. So yeah, I think that's the reason why I haven't done anything. Yeah, in order to have the disarmer come back first. So yeah, since there's a trap here, for example. Yeah, so I go ahead and mine with the disarmer here. And then, yeah, I go ahead and dig the crowd out. Yeah, and unfortunately, the regular lemming catches up. Yeah, before the miner can, like, get released himself. So yeah, pretty gory. As you might expect from a guillotine trap. But in any case, yeah, the disarmer's coming back now, so he's disarming the trap so that the crowd can walk to the exit. Oh, that's pretty interesting that I do not use the other cloners here. Yeah, which should be allowed, yeah, given the talisman as well. But yeah, this is my solution. Let's go ahead and see Dexter's solution, since I am pretty curious. Yeah, and you can even see the disarmer icon here to indicate that this lemming is a pre-assigned disarmer. So yeah, he sends up the first lemming as a climber that goes back to the left, just like I did, but he already starts taking the crowd out and also maxes out the release rate. Yeah, and also makes him a glider. Okay, yeah, so it's more or less the exact same solution as mine, except, yeah, here he is more efficient in bombing the disarmer free, because he's already in the right area in order to start disarming the trap here. Yeah, other than that, the solution is pretty much the exact same, except he uses the climber glider in order to mine the crowd free. And yeah, that's true. These do not need to be step-upable. Yeah, by non-climbers. Yeah, since he is the climber, he's able to get past them. Okay. So that's pretty interesting. Oh, no. I think that's the reason why we did not use clothes, because yeah, you cannot use more than 4 of them, I think. So, no, never mind. So, in case you're wondering why those are unused cloners, yeah, that's why. Yeah, all because of the talisman. So, yeah, that's the first of Dexter's lows. We move on to 92 Dexter 11-2. Fear not. Yeah, and the gold talisman here. Complete using no more than 1 of each skill. Yeah, so you have 10 skill types, but you cannot use more than 1. Yeah, so this is the 2 of everything. And yeah, for the talisman, yeah, this is quite a difficult one from what I remember. Yeah, but here's my solution. So yeah, this was pretty much a level where Dexter didn't really have like a like any level in mind here. So therefore, that's why there's a jumbled mess of cables all around here. So yeah, I stoned the first lemming here in order to make a safe drop for the others. Yeah, then I stack. Yeah, 1 lemming slips on by, but I think that is quite alright because, yeah, we are allowed several losses here. Yeah, he just goes splat. Yeah, then I max out the release rate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After 7 lemmings here. So I gather them all up here. Yeah, and then I go ahead and start digging down. And I believe this goes down as much as possible here. Yeah, then I freed everyone with a laser here. Yeah, and this was done in such a way so that everyone is contained here temporarily. Yeah, so we go down as much as possible with just 1 digger. So we end up around here. And then, yeah, I mine to the right. I mean, to the left, sorry. Yeah, and then... Yeah, apparently I did some very careful timing here so that when I bomb, yeah, no one falls out to the left and dies to the trap here. To the fire trap, there it is. Yeah, because now all I do left is just bash in order to reach the exit. And yeah. This cuts it pretty close. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think it's just 1 pixel away from being fatal. But, you know, I have to use the basher here because, yeah, I've already used the miner and also the digger. But anyway, that's my solution. Yeah, here's Yeah, very, very different from mine, from what I remember. So he floats down. Yeah, stone's the second one. So yeah, he uses the area over here. Oh no, not over here, I'm sorry. Yeah, and then he lasers. Yeah, so that they can have a safe way down. Yeah, one of them goes flat. But, you know, you can't really do anything, yeah, without using enough flow, which you are not allowed, yeah, for the talisman. So then he mines here. Yeah, bashes on through. Yeah, this is thick enough so that they cannot step up and be trapped in here. Yeah, digs down here. Okay, so I guess he does not worry about the losses there. Yeah, and then he maxes out the release rate at some point. Yeah, bombs here. Yeah, fences through. Okay, there's some more leeway there. Yeah, for the fall. Yeah, then finally he stacks. Oh, no. And then he also uses the builder to delay the lemming here. Or rather, to turn it around so that he does not slip by the stacker. Yeah, which doesn't really matter because, you know, he still allows 5 more losses here. So yeah, he uses one of each skill here. Yeah, I believe there were some that I did not use, yeah, in my solution. So therefore, some of them I still had 2 remaining. Yeah, from what I remember. Because, for example, I did not use the builder. But anyway. Oh, there's a trap there. Yeah, I didn't even see that. But yeah, this goes to show you that there is still more than one possible way to do the low, even with the talisman. And yeah, I was able to save all but 3 of them. I think that's what my solution achieved, actually. But yeah, it's a pretty nice talisman, in my opinion. And then finally, 92 Dexter 11-3, House of Fun. And Bronze Talisman. So we even got 1 low each for each of the 3 talismans. So 1 silver, 1 bronze, and 1 gold. So here, it's save 40 out of 40 while using builders or bashers. So yeah, there are, I think, 4 skill types? Yes, 4 skill types, but you are only allowed to use jumpers and lasers. Yeah, for talisman purposes. So yeah, just a lot of teleporters everywhere, and with also 1 button that we need to push in order to unlock the exit here. So yeah, I jump over the first one, and then jump across the gap, and then jump over this teleporter as well. So this teleporter leads to here. Yeah, and then I go ahead and shoot a laser here. Yeah, and this teleporter leads to here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a laser from the other side. Yeah, so that they don't walk into the fire trap. Yeah, and it's not just using jumpers and lasers as well, but you also need to save everybody. So it's a lot trickier than it looks. So anyway, I also shoot a laser here. Yeah, and then I jump on one lemming to use as my worker. No, he just pops out here. Yeah, jump over the teleporter, and then shoot another laser, and then I interrupt the laser with a jumper. Yeah, so that I can jump across the gap. And then I shoot another laser. Yes. This is just to get the lemmings down from above. Yeah, and then I jump across the gap again. And yeah, that is everyone. Yeah. So the right teleporter to lead to the button is up here. So yeah, now it's now the monitor is colored in and everything instead of a black screen. And then yeah, I had to jump here in order to avoid the splat fall. Yeah, jump over to teleporter. Yeah, and then I use another worker here. Yeah, going out to the right. So that we can jump across the laser tunnel. And, oh yes, this is to help this guy, I think. Yeah, and then I free the crowd with the laser, and then also interrupt the laser before he can, like, make this wall too high. Yeah, for the others to get out. So yeah, this laser should be for the this one guy that's trapped in that loop for the time being. Yeah, because the others are able to fall into the right on top of the exit trigger. Yeah, just barely, but they are able to. Yeah, so then I go ahead and free him by jumping twice to get to this teleport, and now he will take the same path as the others. And so, why did I shoot a laser there then? There does not seem to be a point. Okay, yeah, that's really weird. I don't know why I wasted a laser there then. But anyway, that's my solution. And so let's go ahead and see Dexter's solution. And let me see. We have so yeah, 2 circuit levels and then 1 palace level. Yeah, I forgot to mention the towers that's here. So yeah, jump twice. So he uses 2 lemmings here. So he shoots a laser to get them down over here. And then also shoots a laser this way. Yeah, jump over the teleporter. So yeah, the teleporter catches the one going to the left just in time. So therefore he has to jump with this one. Then he jumps over this teleporter. Okay, so that's one here. Okay, then he stops the car from getting into danger by shooting a laser over here. Okay. Yeah. Shoot a laser, okay, and then jump with 2 of them. 3 of them. And then 1 of them jumps over this teleporter. Okay, shoot a laser this way. Yeah, jump across the teleporter. Yeah, that one dummy will get the button here. Okay, yeah, just want to make sure, because I thought I heard another skill go off. And then jump over the teleporter, and then shoot another laser. Yeah, I think this is just to stop this from being a spot fall for this guy up here. Yeah, jump over. Okay, exit is unlocked, and then jump over the gap here. And then he jumps over again, and then even jumps over the exit. Okay, and now he has no more jump bursts. Yeah, and then freeze the crowd from below with a laser, and that's it. Okay, yeah, this is just to provide the ones that get up here in order to have a way down again. So yeah. So yeah, as you can see, very, very different from my solution, and I even managed to have some spare jumpers too. Yeah, rather than use all of them like in Dexter's solution. So yes, the thing I forgot to mention is that the all these levels, those levels of Dexters that were nominated are from Lemmings Faithful, and yeah, the pack is pretty much all open-ended levels. Yeah, and so that's the reason why there's plenty of skills available, and there isn't exactly one intended solution. However, you decide to go for the talismans, yeah, then the those are fairly more difficult, but they still shouldn't be too hard, especially in the first ranks of each of the Lemmings Faithful updates. Yeah, the second rank of each update is much, much harder, but they still shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, especially since they're all open-ended levels. And yeah, but there is a talisman for every level for that pack, though. So yeah, if you fancy going for the challenges, then you may go ahead and do so. But they are completely optional. They are not mandatory in any way. So yes, that is all of Dexter's levels, and so we move on to the next rank, which is Amani, and those levels I will cover next time. And so with this, I hope you enjoyed my video at the LOTY2024 playthrough, and I'll see you all next time.